What's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel where I help black teens better understand and embrace their natural curly hair. In today's video, we're going over 5 ways that you can stop wasting time and energy to make your wash day easier. But before we get started, if you've been growing out your afro for a while and you need a little bit of extra help, I offer a free men's afro hair checklist going over the top 10 tips to take your afro to the next level. If that sounds interesting, it'll be one of the first links in the description, so go and copy it, bro. It's completely free. As always, the timestamps will be down below so you can hop from one section to the next section at your convenience. And with that out of the way, let's hop into it. The first thing you can do to make your wash day 5, 10, 100 times easier is to use your deep conditioner to detangle instead of your regular rinse out conditioner. If you don't know what that is, don't worry, you're not stupid. Okay, a deep conditioner is simply a rinse out conditioner on steroids. So you know it's going to be more powerful. It's designed to deeply penetrate the hair shaft, whereas a regular rinse out conditioner primarily hydrates the outer layer of the hair shaft. So to sum that up very quickly, a deep conditioner is like Goku, and then the regular rinse out conditioner is like Krillin. Okay, you got that? Cool. I've covered in previous videos that it's very important for you to detangle using a conditioner or some other product that has a lot of slip. This is going to help prevent breakage and promote length retention. But since a deep conditioner is so much stronger than a regular rinse out conditioner, you might as well just cut it out entirely and use the deep conditioner to detangle instead of the regular rinse out one. The reason I used to separate these into 2 steps was because the rinse out conditioner was generally very cheap. In fact, I used to use Aussie Moist. I could get this for like $3 or $4, and then I'd use almost the entire bottle in one sitting. But if you like to be efficient, cut out the rinse out conditioner and just use the deep conditioner. Your hair will thank you for it. Another way that you can make your wash day 10 times easier is to work in sections. Imagine that your parents just left the house and they told you that, yo, by the time we get home, we want this whole house to be clean. And if you're black, you absolutely know what I'm talking about. Chances are you wouldn't start from one corner of the house, clean a little bit there, then clean another corner, then clean a little bit in the middle. That just takes up too much time and energy. The smarter way, and the way that you've probably always done it, is to clean one room, then move to the next room, then move to the next room. And the same concept applies to your hair. By parting your hair into different sections, you're able to work piece by piece. And not only that, have you ever been detangling your hair just like in a full fro? You detangle one section, you go to detangle the next one, and then you come back and the other one is already tangled again. Something you can do to combat that is to twist up each section after you've already detangled it. This is going to keep your hair elongated, and it's going to prevent each strand from snagging and moving over each other. There's a few ways you could do this. You could use twists. You could use hair ties, you could use, what else can you use? Hair clips. And if you guys want, I could actually make a separate video on how to keep your hair untangled as you're moving around your head. So if that sounds interesting, comment it down below and we'll make it happen. One last thing that I'd like to add is that the smaller the section, the easier the process is gonna be. So if you choose really big, chunky sections, it's gonna be harder, it's gonna stress you out. Don't do it. Especially if your hair is shorter, you're gonna wanna use smaller sections. I typically separate my hair into 4 different sections. Sometimes I do 6 sections, and I've been growing my hair for over 2.5 years. So if you've only been growing it out for a year or maybe even below that, you might want to use more. The smaller the section, the easier the process. Before we continue, if you're watching this, I'm assuming that you care a lot about your appearance, and that's not a bad thing, bro. Invest in yourself, invest in the way you look. But your hair is only one piece of the puzzle. If you truly want to maximize the way you look, you need to invest in your skin. That's why I'd like to introduce you to Tiege Hanley. They're a men's skincare brand that is dedicated to making it easier for us guys to achieve better looking skin. Trust me, bro, there's a lot of goodies in this box and a lot of options if you choose the different skincare systems. Plus, you don't even have to pay full price, bro. If you use my affiliate link, you can get up to 30% off plus a free gift on your first purchase. If that sounds interesting, click the link down below to get started today. And now back to the video. Another way that you can make wash days shorter is to actually split up the work, and I'll explain what I mean. Let's be honest, washing your hair is a long process. First you gotta shampoo, then you gotta detangle, then you gotta condition it, then you gotta style it, then you gotta stretch it and wait for it to dry. It's a lot. One thing that I used to do was split the process. So the evening before, what I would do is I would wash my hair with shampoo, I would detangle it, I would do the LCO method. If you don't know what that is, I have a video on that. And then I would actually twist up my hair before I went to sleep. By doing this, I've essentially eliminated half of the work that I would have to do the next day. So the next morning, all I'd have to do is re-wet my hair, take down the twists, and go straight into styling, which could be anything from a curly hair routine, more twists, braids, or anything that you want to do. It's essentially a divide and conquer type of method, but there are 2 disadvantages. Number 1, instead of just having 1 day to wash your hair, you're technically using 2. So you're using the evening before and the morning, which doesn't necessarily cut down time, but it can make it easier. And number 2 is that your hair needs to be long enough for you to be able to twist it easily so it stays detangled throughout the entire night. So yeah, that one's a little bit of an advanced tip. It's a little bit of a wild card, but if your hair is long enough, definitely try it out and let me know how it goes. The fourth way that you can make wash day 1,000 times easier is to use a spray bottle. I'm just gonna be real with you. If you take away anything from this video, do this. You could get one of these bad boys for less than $10 at Sally's or on Amazon, and it's one of these mister things. It makes it so much easier so you don't actually have to put your head underneath the faucet or run the shower whenever you have to wet your hair. Not only that, but a lot of products work best when your hair is damp, and it's very inconvenient if you have to go and wet your hair underneath the faucet every single time. Not to mention, every time you put your hair underneath the faucet, you run the risk of actually washing out the product that you just put in. So yeah, bro, invest in one of these. You could use it throughout the week whenever your hair feels dry, and you could also use it on wash day to make the process go so much smoother. And the last tip I have for making wash day so much easier is actually a little bit of an expensive one, but it's using a blow dryer to diffuse your hair. Applying products is one thing, but waiting for those products to dry is a whole nother ball game, especially when your hair starts to get long, bro. After you get past 2 years, bro, your hair takes an ungodly amount of time to dry. Like, we are talking 6-7 hours. So if you started doing your hair in the nighttime, your head about to be damp as hell. So something that I've started doing is using a blow dryer with a diffuser attachment so that my hair doesn't take 6-7 hours to dry, and it can dry within 10 to 15 minutes. You know what? I should probably show you that, but I don't know where it is. Hold on, I'll be right back. So this is the blow dryer that I use. I think I got it from like CVS or a local Shoppers or something like that. But this is the actual diffuse attachment. You want this because this is gonna make sure that you're not like essentially straightening your hair, because you know blow dryers can be used to straighten your hair. So this is gonna keep your curls clumped together and dry it faster. So yeah, I got that for about 60 bucks. So that was definitely an investment. But if you don't have the money for a blow dryer, what you could do, or something that I'd advise, is that you do your hair in the morning. Don't do it in the afternoon. Don't do it in the night. So you have a lot of time, or a lot of free time, for your hair to dry. And there you have it. Those were 5 ways to make your wash day 10 times easier. But before you go, let's do a little brief recap to reinforce what you've learned. First, we talked about detangling with a deep conditioner instead of a regular rinse out conditioner. This kills 2 birds with 1 stone. You detangle your hair and you get that extra moisture. Then we talked about working in sections. This is going to make the whole process so much smoother, as after you detangle one section, you can twist it up or use a hair clip or a hair tie or anything like that to keep that section detangled as you move around your head. Then we talked about dividing and conquering, in which you split up the work. So the evening before, you might shampoo, condition, detangle, and use the LOC method. And then the next morning, you'll use that to style your hair. This essentially divides the work. So instead of working on your hair for 3 hours continuously, you could work 1.5 hours on one day and 1.5 on the next day. Then we talked about using a spray bottle. Bro, this is the GOAT tip, okay? This is the top tier tip in this entire list. This is gonna make life so much easier because you won't have to re-wet your hair underneath the faucet, which could wash out potential product that you want to keep in your hair. And I'm not even gonna lie, it's a little fun to use. See how that's continuous, bro? I'm wetting up all my computer. And lastly, we talked about diffusing your hair with a blow dryer. This is gonna help your hair dry in 10 to 15 minutes as opposed to a few hours. If you found any value in this video, please give it a like. It really helps the algorithm bring these videos to the right people. As a reminder, if you need a little extra help with that Afro thing, check out the free checklist. Okay, it's completely free. You don't gotta pay anything for it. And whilst you're down there, check out T Shanley. They'll get your skin looking nice. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, or you can reach out to me through Instagram, which I am very active on, or sometimes active on. Most of the time I'm active on it. And if you'd like to support me, I offer masculine bonnets so that other guys could feel more comfortable protecting their natural curly hair. And I also offer these satin lined hoodies so that you can protect your hair on the go and prevent frizz. The links to those will be down in the description, so go and check it out, bro. They're pretty cool. They look kind of swaggy. Nobody says swaggy anymore, but they look good. And if you like this video, you might actually enjoy this one. So I advise you check it out. That's all for me, and I'll see you next time.